is the big kahuna. This is the head-snapping story we've been building up to all morning long. What we're about to share is really cool. And it's cool because it's the culmination of 20 years of what we've learned with your help as we've grown together. It's sort of hindsight and foresight blended together. Some of you may have heard of a project we had called NextGen 7. Well, that project's been renamed, and this morning we want to give you a pre-launch sneak preview of it. NextGen Now is something completely different. An entirely new environment, a whole new ecosystem, and it's going to send shockwaves throughout the industry. Here to help me with that is Dr. Gary Botticia, Robert Hale, and Billy Parrish to share a preview of NextGen Now.
Thanks, Steve. Imagine what you could do in life if you had the chance to start over. Knowing what you know right now. Doesn't happen in life, does it? And it rarely happens in business either. But that is exactly what we've done with NextGen Now. We've kept all the knowledge and expertise we've gained with you over the last 20 years. And we threw away everything else. Then we gave ourselves the gift of starting over from scratch. The result is NextGen Now, an entirely new platform and application, so totally different from anything else in the industry. It's in a class by itself. NextGen Now is exceptionally intuitive. It's built to work the same way all the devices and applications you use every day work. NextGen Now is singularly seamless. You can now touch every aspect of your practice from one application, from clinicals to financials, scheduling, document management, one application. NextGen Now is the future. It's yours and ours.
As we all know, the future of technology is in the cloud. NextGen Now is a software as a service offering. So it will offer you all the benefits of cloud computing, like lower total cost of ownership, greater scalability, and the flexibility to work from anywhere at any time. But here's the aspect of the NextGen Cloud that I think that everyone that's here with us this morning is really going to appreciate. No more upgrades. Yeah. All of that will happen in the cloud automatically without any heavy lifting on your part. Picture a world in the future, near future, where you wake up one morning, you log on to your system, and it's all been done for you.
NextGen Now also represents our commitment to an open platform environment. A longitudinal patient record, it's not an issue. Interoperability, it's easier than ever before. They're both built right into the platform, putting NextGen customers not just ahead of the curve, but at the vanguard of the industry.
NextGen Now will transform the way you work with technology. It's going to change the way you do your job. Let's take the search function, something that as physicians, providers, we use every day, all day long. We asked ourselves the question, what if a search could be a find?
Well, not to be short with you, Dr. Gary. But the result of that is no more separate starting points to look for patients or claims, appointments, or even the PAQ. In NextGen Now, search is a global function. Let's say you find a patient. Without leaving search, you can create an activity, you can enter a charge, you can check them in, and so much more with just one click. In the war on clicks, NextGen Now takes no prisoners. And when you've selected something specific, like your patient, the search becomes context specific. So now if you're in allergies, medications, appointments, or conditions, You're searching all the possibilities that apply to that specific individual.
You know, and the search function is just the beginning. There is so much new functionality built into NextGen Now that usability is going to be stepped up to a whole nother level. An example of this is dynamic charting. Dr. Gary, can you tell us about dynamic charting in NextGen Now?
Sure thing, Steve. How is this for a leap of usability? No more clicking through those static templates and checkboxes that guide you down that predefined path. Y'all know it, right? Well, dynamic charting means we're getting out of the content creation business, and so are all of you. NextGen Now comes out of the box with a clinical content engine and a pre-populated clinical database. You can use it as it is, or tailor it with language from your own clinical dictionary. So in NextGen Now, the chart reflects what is actually happening in the visit. You'll see meaningful data that relates directly to your patient's symptoms. It is a completely different approach, one that lets you drive the visit based on how the patient presents.
So how's that for an unconventional concept? Technology that gets out of the way so that you can do your job. That same forward thinking has produced a big sea change in productivity and efficiency for the practice management side of the business too, Billy's specialty. Can you tell us about financials in NextGen Now, Billy? I'm sure you can.
I'd be glad to, Steve. How's this for a sea change in productivity and efficiency? There's no more opening different applications or switching screens to transmit files. In NextGen Now, the financial and the EDI components, they're interconnected. They're the same application. So transactions flow seamlessly out of and into the system without any additional work on your part. Claims and eligibility go out, payments and responses come back, and you never have to leave the application. Now here's something else that I'm sure will put a smile on the face of anyone out there from the billing staff. It's a concept we call intelligent errors. In NextGen Now, we've taken the mystery out of rejections and edits that you receive from payers. Error messages will appear as hyperlinks. Clicking that link takes you directly to the cause of the problem so that you can take corrective action. There's no more wasted time playing Sherlock Holmes trying to figure out where the problem is hiding, because NextGen Now does that for you.
NextGen Now is going to do a lot more than that for you too. More than we can possibly show in the short preview we have this morning. It's the culmination of our drive to deliver the most intuitive, most interactive, and most connected platform really on the planet. Please sign up today for one of the sessions that we have in the exhibit hall. Take a closer look. I guarantee it'll be worth your time. Thanks, Dr. Gary, Billy, and Robert for bringing the NextGen Now